Yeah, I can't believe Barbara ever fell for it and bought my book, but they did, and now they're all stuck with me.
Hi, Terri Gillespie here, and welcome to Author, A2A with Terri. And this month, my featured author is Mary Connealy. And I am so excited to talk with Mary. But before we do that, just a reminder to like, comment, share, and if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe. All you have to do is hit that red subscribe button, and when the little white dingy bell comes up, click on that and you won't miss any future episodes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I am so excited. Mary and I met, we used to have the same agent. So we met wow, gosh, how many years ago was that?
I don't know. Didn't he? Did he used to like take us out to supper or something?
Yeah, he did. I think you and I sat across from each other.
Oh, this is getting to be a long time ago, Terri.
I know. We've slept since then. So
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, Les is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
So, Mary, you truly, I mean, you write romantic comedies with cowboys. So it's historical fiction, and you kind of almost created a genre for Christian fiction.
Well, I know when I got this book published, there were almost, they tell you when you pitch your book, you're supposed to say it's like stuff, like it's like Kristen Nora Roberts or, like that. I could not find anything. I really couldn't find anything. I can't believe Barbara ever fell for it and bought my book, but they did, and now they're all stuck with me. So
there's a comedy coming through, guys. Yeah. So Mary actually lives on a ranch with her cowboy husband, and she's very busy, and she's putting out books just right and left. So how do my viewers keep in touch with you and follow your writing journey?
The best way I would say is to sign up for my newsletter. I have a website that's maryconnealy.com, and on there's a contact button or a newsletter button, something like that. So then I will send you a newsletter every time a book comes out. So I'm not good at lots of chatty newsletters, which I think is a plus, but some people might not like it. but yeah, so my website, my newsletter, and also if you go to Amazon and follow me as an author, then you'll get a book, an email every time a new book comes out. So you can keep up that way. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, but most of that's bouncing. Like I put something up on Facebook and it goes to Instagram and it goes to Twitter. So I don't even necessarily know what's going on there, but yeah. So other stuff, I'm pretty much everywhere, whether, I should be or not. I don't know.
Well, so Mary's website came up when she talked about it, but don't worry, it's down in the description section. So all those links that she talked about are down in the description section, plus where to purchase the book. But you do want to try to win this book. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, Mary, you just started a new series called Golden State Treasure.
Yeah, that's the series, and this is the book. You've got it there behind you too. It's called Whispers of Fortune, and it's about people going on a treasure hunt. So that's got to be fun, right?
Yeah. And so what what I love about your books is that you have strong female characters. And
Yeah,
you and
I
I
agree.
kind of talked about this, but you have, and some of the characters were in your previous series,
Yeah,
the
secondary
Lumber Baron's
characters.
Daughter.
I had another series that was set on this ranch in California. So they kind of walk through the pages, but these were more secondary characters in that series, and now they've got a love story for the three of them. So the Two Hearts Ranch, and these are all the Hart brothers and sisters. So
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love the Hart Ranch. I mean, it's like this community. It's a compound. It's like could be a
yeah,
city. It's so cool.
yeah, yeah. I don't. Do you think there were ever any ranches that were really like that? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. You almost wonder, some of the faith-based communities, they kind of grow. I mean, they saw a need and then they just added it to the ranch, which I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to develop that too.
Yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and I kept coming back to feeling like we should all be doing that, shouldn't we? We should all be seeing what we have that we can give to the world, and make the world a better place. So
Amen.
anyway, so
So I read the first paragraph of Whispers of Fortune, but my viewers, I mean, everybody would rather hear it from the author. Would you
I,
like to
I
read a
should
little
let
bit?
you read it, Terry. Yeah, this isn't my job, so I'll read a little bit at the beginning, but um it's Whispers of Fortune, Chapter 1. It's in June in the Central California Valley, south of Sacramento. A fist slamming against the door startled Beth Ellen Hart. She shrieked and dropped the china bowls she was washing, which shattered on the floor. Get out here! I want answers! A man's voice shouted. He sounded furious. Gretel came running into the room. They exchanged frightened looks. Ellie grabbed the gun Zane kept on the top shelf of the kitchen cupboard. The shouting and slamming went on as Ellie marched to the kitchen door, determined to drive off whoever was assaulting her house. That was her favorite bowl. Wait! Gretel rushed to the side, snatched up the Winchester 73 rifle from above the door, and stepped to the side. Stay out of my line of fire. Ellie nodded, then shoved back the latch on the door and jerked it open. That's how they meet. He's furious, and she's right in his line of fury, and then we go from there.
Well,
So
what was great is one grabs a gun from the kitchen, and then the other grabs a rifle from what was it over the door?
yeah,
Yeah. So
I don't know. They're tough women. So anyway,
yeah. Now, over on my website, I have a blog interview where Mary answered some questions. There's some great in-depth information, including some real encouragement for those of you out there that would like to write for publication. So it's a little bit of Mary's story. But for these videos, I really like asking kind of fun questions. And so I asked Mary, what is something about you that most people probably don't know?
I the thing that I thought of when you told me to be ready for that question was I am from a family of 8 children. So my mom and dad lived in a 3-bedroom farmhouse with 8 children in it. There were 5 girls and 3 boys, and we just pretty much all stacked up in this one little attic room. And when my 6th brother was born, well, the 6th of us was born, my folks bought a second little house and pulled it over and stuck it onto this house. But then mom and dad, when I say 3 bedrooms, like my mom and dad were sleeping on a fold-out couch,
Wow.
and then I want there were about 3 bedrooms in this too, but like one of the bedrooms was the kitchen from the other house. I mean, we don't need 2 kitchens. So anyway, so then we had about a 4, and I was thinking it was still a 3-bedroom house because the other one had 3 rooms with people sleeping in them, but they weren't bedrooms. So I don't know. It was the baby boom. We lived across the road from people with 9 kids. My husband's got from a family of 7. So it's not that unusual, except now when you talk about it and you see the occasional person with 4 kids or something, and they just go crazy. Really? 8?
8. Yeah, I was the eldest of 5, and my husband's cousins actually lived up the street from us. They had 12 kids. So
yeah,
yeah.
I have a sister-in-law from a family of 13. And I mean, just you can meet your occasional kind of conservative family that only had 5 kids, but not usually.
Yeah. So one of the things when you and I were talking before is that you said that how your mom managed all of those kids.
Well, her solution to almost everything was just to throw us outside. Outside. Yeah, right. And it was no fun in the house. We didn't even have a TV till I was about 4 years old. So, that's pretty young, but there was nothing to do in the house. If we were in the house, we were usually reading. We were all big readers. And but mom anybody started bugging her outside. And then we just got so we almost lived outside, come inside to eat and sleep, and that's about it. So anyway, yeah, mom.
Good mom. So on that note, the giveaway for this month is a signed copy of Whispers of Fortune and a bookmark. And the bookmark, I mean, I don't know that you'd use it because it's a real page turner. Your book is a real page turner. So
for some other book then, if you don't want it for this one.
So we want to thank Mary. We want to thank Emily. You started working with Emily at Bethany House?
At Bethany House, yeah. So,
yeah.
She seems great people there. That's my publisher, and they just do a terrific job. So
yeah, I love working with the PR department at Bethany and Revell, which is a part of Baker Books.
Okay.
Now, how many viewers would like to win this giveaway? Well, down below in the description section, there's some hints to get some extra entries. In fact, if you go over to the blog interview, there you could have a total of 6 entries. And it's basically simple. It's, like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you're already
that's a terrific idea. It's fun to go do that anyway. So yeah, then you add up your chances of winning.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing, if you can, now when you go to the website, I can track the email, but on YouTube, I cannot track it. So if you put your Instagram or your Facebook, what is it? Handle, then I can get it.
Username? Yeah.
I don't know. It's the @ and then whatever it is. And so that way I can get in touch with you, and you don't have to post your email address. So the drawing will be held on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So that means the deadline is February 13th. And we do have one caveat, and that is that only entries from the contiguous US. So, Mary, do you have any final words to share?
I guess the thing I want to talk about is the theme of the book. I mean, this is we have when Brody shows up pounding on the door at the beginning of the book, he has been searching for his missing little brothers for months. He went away to college and he came home to find his mother dead, his rat fink of an abandoning alcoholic father back and dying, and his two little brothers vanished. And he's just been, I mean, he had to stay and bury his father. He had to stay and take care of him. He's a doctor, so he trying to care for his father. Then he sets off across the United States to try to find his brothers. And he knows where they went because his father was obsessed with this journal that had clues to a treasure in it. Mm-hmm. And his brothers have always been fascinated by this book. Whereas Brody thinks it ruined his life. He hates this book. He made his mother and his life so hard because their father ran off and left him. So, but the brothers have gone treasure hunting, but still he's got to chase them all the way across the country and search all over. And he finally finds they've been taken to this orphanage at the Two Hearts Ranch. And he's just been frantic, and so he spends most of the book because the brothers are crazed to go on this treasure hunt and this cryptic, weirdly clued up journal that his grandfather sent 30 years ago. And he wants them to calm down. He wants them to stop. He wants them to come back with him. He's got a job back in Boston where he went to college. And they only want the gold. And what he's trying to talk to them about all the time is to not lay up treasures on earth. He's trying to get them to see that finding a chest full of gold, well, you'll never have to work again. You'll never have to do anything like that again. But that's not what God has as a purpose for your life. And you need to give up on this treasure. Well, they won't give up on it. So finally he decides, okay, I'm going to help you find it. Or in this case, not find it because it doesn't exist. And so every time they come up against a rough place, he tries to talk to them about finding your purpose in life. And it is not finding a chest of gold, and you need to lay up your treasures in heaven. So,
which little kids they don't care about that. No, they don't want to hear that. But
no, they spend their whole spare time like trying to decide what the treasure is. I think he found a diamond mine. Oh, I think he found pirate gold. And they get so excited. And then Brody's like, you need to finish school. You need to get a job. Oh, Brody, we don't need to do that. We just need to find the gold. So anyway, that's the larger theme of the book is, I always think now, as in the world we live in today, I mean, back then, a lot of life was life and death. It was like, do we have enough food? Can we stay warm in the winter? But now we're more like, oh, I don't want to watch the show you want to watch. Come on, you need to let me do what I want, or the air conditioner's too cold or too not cold enough, and the kind of things that stress you out, And I guess I'm just trying to get people to say, how are we doing that now? How are we laying up our treasures on earth now? Because we certainly are. So you just got to have your heart in order and your soul in the right place. So
yeah. It's I write a daily devotion, and one of the things I was talking about is that, and it was kind of pivoting off of what you're talking about with the treasures in heaven, to lay up our treasures in heaven. And I thought about, well, other than my family, my friends, and my faith, what do I treasure most? And I really thought about it, and it's relationships, because relationships are different than faith. And it takes effort, it takes time. And so, that really got me to think about our treasures. So that's,
yeah.
cool.
Well, anyway. anyway, mostly what I try to do with my books is just make them fun. If somebody actually learns a lesson from them, it's probably just accidental. I don't know. That's
I
kind of
believe that.
Yeah. Like, really, you learned something from that? What exactly was it that you learned? I don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't believe that, Mary. I think you have an intuitive understanding.
Let's hope it's intuitive because it's not really coming out deliberately.
Well, my viewers, thank you so much for watching our fun interview with Mary. This is the 49th interview, if you can imagine. And just a reminder that all Mary's information is down in the description section, including the link to the blog, which has even more information about Mary and about her characters. And as always, Mary and we really do appreciate the follows, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. We do really appreciate that.
I listen to a lot of podcasts on YouTube, and I always like when I find something that I want to share and like and subscribe to, and so that's great. I like knowing that. So
yeah, definitely. And when they go to your website, they can sign up for your newsletter, which is another way of staying connected. So next month, the A2A featured author is Bestselling and Carol Award-winning author BECCA KINZER. So this is her third book coming out. So she's a relatively new author, and you would really like her, Mary, because she is funny. She is funny too.
I have to see if my life can intersect with hers somewhere.
Yeah. I think she is published by, no, she's published by Tyndale. Okay. So viewers, thanks again for watching. Until next month, Mary and I say, God bless and keep reading.